something I did. It was very, very funny. This thing is 3 colors. Okay? This one was, for me, have I taught you smart objects? No, I've not taught you smart objects. But if you know how power clip works in CorelDRAW, when you power clip something, sure you can go inside and walk. That's how smart object is. When you create, this video is going to be long for you, but this is the video that you will settle down. Not going to settle down. If you really want to harness the power of Photoshop, it's smart object. Just make smart objects a friend. That's why you are seeing most of all this bad, wicked design, smart object.
Shiny.
What I do is go and work on it separately. Take time. This design took me roughly 4 hours. I started with the pictures and sleep. I was dozing, so I left the pictures and slept off. Woke up, now did this one. Everything about this you are seeing here. Did everything. Then, towards morning hours, I started completing all these ones. Then after some time, after many minutes, maybe like if I walk around, I will just come and look at this and I'll touch something, I'll walk away. So all those kind of touch something. The design is in my head, so I'm thinking in my head, maybe I should make that thing shine, maybe I should make it. So I'll come back and touch it. Even if I open the work now, I'm still sure that I'll still see somewhere to touch again. The graphic designer is somehow a very good romancer. You'll be romancing work until you. And so that thing I did there, I'm going to only do 2 colors here because of time. You understand? On your own, you can play with 3, 4, 5, 20 colors if you want. Okay, so, but one thing I did is that each one of them, I converted them to a smart object. Okay? A smart object now is, you can right click and you see convert to smart object. But make sure you're right clicking at the outer part. Don't right click on the object itself. You will not see it. Right click on the outer space and you see it. If you don't use that menu, you can go to the filter menu. But here it's called smart filters.
Okay.
It's the same thing. I don't know why they have to name it 2 different things. If you use smart filters, it's the same thing. Now what you do is that it says to enable is just giving instruction because this is like the first time I'm using smart filters. I don't actually use smart filters. Okay. It says to enable re-editable smart filters, the selected layer will be converted into a smart object. And I still the same thing. Don't show again. Actually, I don't want this to show again. So click OK. So you will see that the icon has changed. Look at the vector icon, how it looks like.
Okay.
But this is the smart object icon. I cannot zoom it further. I can only make the panel bigger. Let me make it bigger so that you will see it. Where are you now? Show up. Okay, that showed up safe. Let me make it bigger. So it not even make any difference. It's just the icon that go bigger. Maybe that thing used to occupy space when it's bigger. So far you are seeing it. Let me use medium. So that's the icon for smart object, different from vector. Okay. So I right click not on the object, right click at the outer space, convert to smart object, all of them.
Okay.
Right click, convert to smart object. I have a shortcut, so let me just start using the shortcut. My own it's me that created the shortcut, so I don't want to say it so you're not going to be trying it in your computer. It won't work. But just because anything you use often, Photoshop allows you to create a shortcut for it, so you are free to. So I've converted all the vectors into smart objects. Okay. One thing I can do is I can group the top clots and call them top clots to just stay organized. Top clots. I can also group the bottom clots, call them same thing, bottom clots.
The group in again, remind me.
Ctrl G. Okay, so and this is our BOT that we just, so let me group it. We call it BOT. BOT. So this is just the background. Control G. I like to stay organized. If you see most of my work, they are folder organized. So this is the background, this is the bottom cloth. If you don't want the background, you can remove it, you see it. If you don't want the bottom cloth, you remove it, you see all the bottom cloths. If you don't want the boat itself, you see it, you see it. So you can just work with different things. They are all layers now. Okay. So alright, so the bottom cloth. Let's start with the bottom cloth. I've converted it to smart object. You can edit a smart object by also right-clicking where you created, same way. But you have to look for it with your eyes. Edit content. You will not see it as edit smart object. It will be edit content. So if I say edit content, it opens up. This is that coil thing that we did, but it is now separate on a window.
Yes.
So anything you want to do now, you can just do color, cloth, and all that. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate it, and give it a color. I'll duplicate it, Ctrl J. I'll give one. Which color is going to run with that? Our blue color set. This is blue. Which color is going to run? Okay. Maybe we can use red and yellow. I really do not want it to look like that. My own. Wait, let me change the hue color that we changed here. So let's use yellow, or orange, because orange and purple goes well. Let's see. Okay, we're going to use orange and off-white. Let's use orange and off-white as the cloth. Don't worry, when you're doing your own backup colors and boots, nobody will query you. Alright, so okay, I'll say orange. I said orange, then, and you see that outline that we did not put. That's what makes this thing look so plain. So it's good. So now I'm going to clip mask this one to the bottom. You see, I made a duplicate. Plot one copy. So clip mask. You can hold an alt in between it to just show to clip mask. But you're not seeing any changes, have you?
Yes.
Don't worry. Just move the yellow one up a bit. You will notice what has happened.
Yes.
You see that cloth?
Yes.
So if you save Ctrl S, this is one thing that happens with smart objects. Smart objects, it opens on a new window, but when you are through with whatever you are doing there, please save Ctrl S. Then you can go back to where you started and you see the changes.
Okay.
You get it now. Only on that one until you have done all of them. Okay? So we said this one is going to be off-white. That's the base. That base that we clip marks to is the one that is showing the other color.
Okay.
So we should choose off-white. So go into our grayscale section and choose something nice. Okay, so we said off-white. This one looks like gray more. Let's take something lighter. Don't worry, shadow. When shadow comes in all this, you see the way the cloth pop up. Okay, so we save. So let's go back to the original. You see now. So the cloth has come, and it has come behind exactly how we wanted it, and that's why we're dealing with the bottom clothes first. Okay, so the next cloth. One thing about Photoshop is that the color you used will always hang around the swatches.
For ease.
For ease, you don't have, CorelDRAW latest does it, so that's how you know the color you use. So you don't have to be going to search for it again. So this one we have created a smart object for this one. We have to edit content. Same thing. Right click, edit content, and we are inside. What did we do in the previous one? We just duplicated Ctrl J, click mask, and we gave the first one we selected an orange color. Pull it to the top. It forms that clothing thing. Select the bottom one, give it the other color, and save. So it's easy now because we have solved the first one. So that's how. So let me even be close. I don't want many windows open. So let me close the last one I did since we have saved this one. Where is this one? Okay, bottom. So we have dealt with all the bottom clothes. Let's go to the tops now. To go to the top, we'll start from the bottom here. Okay, so this one, the same thing. Don't worry about the masking thing, just duplicate Ctrl J, Ctrl Alt G for the clip mask, give it a color, carry it up. Okay, you have to hold and shift because we masked, otherwise it will pop out. Select the other one at the bottom, give it the other off-white color, close it. To close fast is Ctrl W, is here, close, Ctrl W. Understand? So Ctrl W, it closes that particular window and asks you to save if you want to save, and it saves. So we're done with that one. Then we'll go to the other one. That's it there. I have a shortcut, so let me start using it. I was one that created it. Just, you know the thing, right click, edit content. So Ctrl J, give it a color, Ctrl Alt G to clip mask, take it up, hold and shift if you want. Now, this kind of abnormalities is not in cloth. So what you do for this one is Ctrl T, that's a transform, and increase it. Because it's clip masked, so it will still be inside, to be hidden inside. Press enter when you're done transforming. Select the bottom one, give it the off-white color, Ctrl W, close, and we're done with that. Cloth has surrounded on that one. It's coming out now, B. All that stress in the beginning is just for you to get it right. Once you get it right, all this ones is repetition, repetition, repetition. So edit content, duplicate, Ctrl J, take it up, right click, Ctrl Alt G to clip mask, give it a color, so you check, you see that edge is there, it's not needed, so Ctrl T, increase the size, you can increase it anyhow you want. That place too is showing, just make sure the cloths are equal, all the colors are equal. Okay, close, and I'll solve that one. Move to the next, enter, edit content, Ctrl J. All this one you're seeing me fast because I created shortcut. I don't, and I'm used to the shortcut. So Ctrl Alt G, give it a color so that you can follow this one straight. Then Ctrl T, take hold and shift so that it maintains straightness because of the mask that was there before. We're going to really have troubles with this one. If you increase it, the mask will come out.
Okay.
You understand? So what we're going to do, we're going to use direct selection tool that we used before. So I will be selecting each edges. So direct selection to A. So select that edge and pull it.
Okay.
You see? Select that edge and pull it.
Okay.
And that's all. If you are used to your tools, you just know the right tool to use at any challenge. Oh, we didn't change the color. Just left me to put black there. Okay, so change the color, Ctrl W, and there we go. So that one is solved, and the last, that is the list. And Ctrl J, give it a color, Ctrl Alt G, click mask, and take it up. Of course, we'll have that issues. My previous my challenge, you just take it up. It's still coming up. Plus the direct selection tool will come. Okay. This A. Just pull it apart there. Yeah. Take it a bit up there. Change the color of the other one to white. There we go. And we have solved it. The clock thing. But it's not looking like this one yet, right?
You finished all there.
Okay, so actually, if you do one, you can put it on the